Police! Anyone inside, make yourself known.
I'm a little freaked out right now, and it's like pitch black outside.
Can't you see that?
Oh, what is that?
Wait, shh.
While hiking in the woods or the mountains, you would expect to come across bears or cougars, but never faceless demons, unknown screams in the darkness, or worse, skinwalkers running after you. Tonight, we will see 20 of the scariest hiking encounters caught by campers. Be aware, the last video will shock you.
Then, from behind a tree, watch as the same figure emerges.
Go, 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 go.
John was out alone in the woods with his 4-year-old son when starts to hear rustling of the leaves from behind him. What he saw next was terrifying.
Is this creature on the hunt?
What is it? Is it following us?
So I kind of stop and look, and I can still hear this noise and rustling of stuff.
Then, from behind a tree, watch as the same figure emerges.
Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go.
He had no idea what the figure was or why it was following him, but having an unknown black creature approach them was enough for him to take his son and make a run for it. What would you have done in this situation? A woman took a big risk by going out, hiking in the woods all alone. Had she known what or who would be watching her, she would never have done it.
Please.
The figure doesn't just only look much larger than her, but it also seems to be following her. After seeing it move, she screams at it that she is leaving and starts running as fast as she can, hoping that someone drives by and saves her.
Hi. Hi.
It is still unclear if the figure was a person or a spirit of the forest just watching her. On the Westmoreland Heritage Trail in Pennsylvania, a man encounters a strange and bizarre scene on his GoPro. In the video, we can see the blurry image of a woman with a bonnet on her head and an apron around her black dress slowly crossing the trail in the middle of the woods and directly into the wood line. Not even her dog turns around to see the cyclist, which proves to show they are not of the living. Skinwalkers usually possess animals or come in their appearance. They may look normal, but their facial expressions are very much human. This man did not expect to catch one on camera, and that too at 1 a.m. in the night. In a barn far away from all types of population, a farmer hears someone banging on their door. Frightened who it could be, he goes to unlock the door while his son films. A skinwalker can be seen trying to get inside and attack them. It can also be heard making a strange noise, like someone is strangling it. Did you notice it? Justin Fender had no idea what he would record one fatal night outside his house. Justin, who works as a teacher, posts random videos on his TikTok account. It wasn't after he posted a video showcasing his car's lights that he realized what was out there.
Around a tree, then slowly pull back out of view.
In the video, we can see a ghostly arm slowly moving away from the tree trunk. The manner of the arm moving is nowhere near what a human could do. This makes us wonder, are ghosts really real?
These are the stock reverse lights.
Literally can't see anything.
And these are the ones I just installed. Look how friggin' bright that is.
A pale white arm can be seen wrapped around a tree, then slowly pull back out of view. Justin did not notice this arm at the time and had no idea what he caught until his TikTok comments pointed it out.
You may get a house near the forests on a cheap price, but be prepared to face the paranormal happenings around you. A woman heard some strange noise from her backyard, something she had never heard of before. When she checked through her window, it was nothing. But it was in the morning when she saw the strange white figure in her backyard that she understood what made the noise. Very blurry and unclear, but a hiker managed to capture a video that could prove that there are strange creatures lurking in the darkness of the night in the woods. The trail camera shows a strange, tall figure moving slowly from one end to the other. This is probably why people are warned not to hike or move around in the forests after dark. Are the Gettysburg ghosts real? Many locals have reported multiple cases of soldiers moving and even marching near a certain part of the road. These men captured more than they wished for. A soldier can be seen making his way towards the car from behind the cannons. The men seem to freak out by seeing the figure coming towards them. No amount of money could convince me to stay for a second longer.
Holy crap. Down by the canyon, you see that?
Oh, what is that?
Wait, shh. Oh my god. Is it?
No way. What is that?
I have no friggin' idea.
Did you get that on the camera?
It's recording.
Oh my gosh, did you see that?
While sleeping in his car, this man heard someone walking around in the middle of night. And strangely enough, even started to knock on the car window without saying anything back. When he woke up, he was terrified by the results.
Sleeping in the back of my truck right now. I don't even know what time it is. How am I supposed to get him away? He's literally knocking. He's literally knocking on my truck. The canopy, the back door's locked. I've never been scared before ever. I don't think he knows that there's anyone in here. I'm so scared right now.
There are child handprints all around the car, scratches, and even attempts to get inside. Whatever it was, this man would not be camping out in this place ever again.
Handprints there, a lot of scratches, stuff like that. Dragging his finger on my side of my truck. Looks like to be trying to get inside.
In February 2013, residents complained of multiple accounts of strange laughter and shrieks coming from a nearby forest. With the sheriff not taking notice, the teenagers of the local residents decided to go out and see for themselves. Till today, no one knows who is laughing like that, but it could not be a human. The voice is too loud, and it's not clear if it's from a woman or a man. Comment down below what you think where the voices are coming from. In November 2001, Tom and his wife, who live in the countryside away from the city, heard some strange noise coming from deep in the forests. This sparked their interest, and the two set off to see what it was.
Okay. Don't move in there. No, there's a motorcycle. See?
I don't see nothing down there. Can't be the motorcycles, honey. There's another sparkle. You see what I'm saying?
The video shows multiple things moving from left to right. It is unclear what this thing or creature is, but they seem to be moving all around the area.
What is that?
Tree?
No. You moved it, right? Right there. See it?
Uh-huh.
Look.
There's nobody there. I can't see.
Look. Isn't it those people?
Can't be.
There's nobody.
Not up in the trees.
There's nobody down there no more. See?
This is another video of the Gettysburg wheat field. It isn't of the same year, but a few years after the first incident, a farmer had heard the sound of drums and fife coming from a nearby forest. What surprised him was the fact that there was any festival or even parade nearby who could be doing it. The farmer slowly approaches the forest to see if there is anyone there, but the closer they get, the further away the sound of drums move, and at one point, they even stop playing before restarting again. After around 12 minutes, the sound of the drums die down and don't play again, leaving everyone confused over what happened. A YouTuber named Jay, who doesn't believe in spirits or demons, decides to explore a haunted forest in the middle of the night. Despite warnings from locals to not go alone, he still does it. But when an unforeseen force pulls him from behind, he realizes why he shouldn't have gone alone.
On this main trail, this married couple told me that they were walking this trail, and there is a legend of spirit lady who I guess cries for her baby. She lost her baby. There's really not too much online about it. It's more like a legend. But when they were walking down this trail and she got pulled by her hair and thrown down on the ground. That's on this trail right here. They will not come back to this place, so that's what kind of ignited this curiosity. I'm like, oh, I'll go walk through it. Might be a stupid decision at the end of the day. So far, nothing's pulling my hair, anything like that.
Quickly getting up, Jay can be seen sweating and looking around for any signs of someone doing this prank. But he is all alone. He even forgets which direction he was going and tries to find a way out. What would you have done in this situation?
I just fell. Something pulled my bag. Something pulled my backpack. I fell. There's nothing. There's no trees or nothing. Hold on. There's nothing around me that did there. I was on Oh God, give me a second. Fuck. There is nobody around here. Which way do I go? I think it goes this way. Oh, dude, I don't even know. I was literally...
In the early morning hours of May 30th, 2024, a trucker picking up equipment near Sunchild First Nation Reservation, northwest of Rocky Mountain, spotted a large beast hanging between the trees. The trucker wasn't able to notice the creature at first, but once he gets out of the truck, he catches the creature walking away, which scares him, making him run back and drive off. A neighbor reported hearing the banging of doors and children laughing from her neighbor's house. What was strange is that the neighbors with their children had already left a few weeks back. The house was completely empty. The police then proceed to go inside to investigate.
My husband, myself, and our 2 kids, but they're out of town right now. They're with his parents.
And how many rooms do you have?
2 upstairs and 1 downstairs.
All right, we're gonna have to go and search the house. Is it okay if we go in?
Yeah, of course.
You don't have any like pets or dogs or anything?
No.
Right.
Just stay here, man.
One of the officers investigates the top floor, where he counters strange happenings. First, the doors open by themselves. Then before heading downstairs, he hears the sound of running from behind, making him get into a defensive stance. The camera on his chest also, from time to time, shows distortions due to the presence of these spirits. Locals have assumed this is because the house is located near a forest, which is why the spirits of little children come to play here, since this is the only house having toys.
Police! Anyone inside, make yourself known.
Downstairs, clearest. Upstairs clear?
Yeah, we're good.
A hiker decides to travel all alone in a risky mountain trail, which is filled with mountain lions. As he moves around, he suddenly notices one and instantly freezes. The lion also slowly comes closer to the hiker, having its attacking instincts on full alert.
Hey, Mr. Mountain Lion. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. I am much bigger than you.
The man manages to make his way towards his car, but it isn't long before the mountain lion cuts him up and tries to approach him. Standing his ground, the man shows the cat he isn't scared, and after throwing a stone, makes it retreat.
Stay back. Stay there. I'm not afraid of you.
In January 2015, a group of media students were filming outside a station in New Zealand when they experienced a scene that would traumatize them for life. The students at first thought that the masked people were their friends who were trying to scare them, but later discovered otherwise. The masked suspects can be seen wielding a firearm as well, and would be slowly getting closer towards them. When they were too close for comfort, the student went back to their departments and reported the incident immediately.
Where's the other one? Where's the other one?
You would never expect to see an unknown lady wandering in the middle of the night, but this family was able to capture the moment. The lady seems to not know where she is going and moves around aimlessly while carrying a bag in one hand. The family explained how this was very bizarre since they live on the mountains with nothing but trees all around them, and the woman was also not properly dressed for bushwhacking. What do you think? Is this woman drunk or simply not in her right mind? A family living near the woods reported of a strange sighting that their camera was able to capture at night. The family of 4 have 2 children, aged 5 years and 8 years, who usually play out in the backyard at night. But recently, the children have been complaining of someone else pushing them whom they cannot see. After reviewing the footage, the parents realize that there is someone else lurking in their backyard who isn't much of a fan of their children. After this incident, the parents have decided to leave the house for good and choose a more suitable place in the city. For more bizarre footage like this, consider subscribing. It was January 26th, 2024, when Sam, an avid stealth camper, decided to set up camp in a fog-covered park. The day seemed uneventful, calm even, but as he wandered deeper into the woods, he stumbled upon something strange, a shredded tent. It was abandoned, with no signs of who or what might have caused the damage.
What do you know? This looks like a tent or a tarp. That kind of sketches me out. So that's the remains of a tent and a tarp. That means somebody's camped back here before. Now, it could have just been some young punks smoking dope. Or it could have been like an Asian Tony type character, maybe Asian Tony himself. That kind of sketches me out. I don't like the vibe I got seeing that.
Despite the unsettling discovery, Sam brushed it off and set up his own camp. As the sun set and darkness took over the park, he started to feel nervous, like someone was watching him.
I don't know what it is here, but I keep feeling like somebody's watching me. And it's like very, very strong feeling, like hair on the back of my neck standing up. I don't know. I just keep feeling like I'm being watched or something, though. I don't know. There are people around for sure. It's a very public park area, but I'm off the main trails by a ways. It's also very dead back here and foggy too. I don't know if the camera picks up the fog, but there's fog rolling in like everywhere. It's just kind of creepy, I guess.
The quiet night was soon broken by faint sounds outside his tent, but as the minutes passed, the noises grew louder, closer, and more deliberate.
They're getting closer too. They're getting closer. Hang on. Hang on. I want you to be able to see as much as possible, but I'm not going to turn on the lantern again. I have my headlamp in my pocket too.
Sam called out into the darkness, hoping to warn whoever or whatever was out there, but instead of stopping, the intruder collapsed his tent. In a surge of panic, Sam forced his way out, abandoning his gear as he ran for his life.
They collapsed my tent on me. I don't know which way they went. I think they went this way. I see you. Get away! All right, I'm spooked. I don't like this. Get my headlamp on and we're getting out of here right now. They're just standing there.
He could hear footsteps chasing him, matching his own frantic pace.
Oh, it's getting bigger. It's getting bigger. All right, let's get the out of here. I don't know if they're like after me or something or what the happening. We're getting the here. It's getting bigger. They're coming this way. Holy I don't like this. I'm calling the police.
The dense fog made every shadow seem alive, every sound amplified. With his heart pounding, he managed to reach his car and drive home, leaving behind everything he had brought. Fortunately, Sam made it back safely, but his story serves as a chilling reminder of the dangers lurking in the wilderness.
Oh, it's getting bigger. It's getting bigger. All right, let's get the out of here. I don't know if they're like after me or something or what the happening.
Sam's encounter is far from the only disturbing story to come from the woods. Have you ever wondered what you would do if you heard something or someone approaching your tent in the dead of night? Up next, a group of friends on a camping trip are met with chilling noises and relentless knocking that shattered their sense of safety. Was it an animal, a person, or something far more sinister? Whatever it was, it left them questioning whether they were truly alone. Stay tuned. Sam's story was terrifying, but it's not the only encounter that has left campers fearing for their lives. This next video, sent to the YouTube channel The Facts by howtohunt.com by a relative of the campers, reveals an experience that's even more unsettling, a night that none of them would ever forget.
Hear that? Get Trevor. Austin, get the light.
Hey!
That was not an elk.
It was January 10th, 2022, when a group of friends ventured into the wilderness for what they thought would be a relaxing getaway. But as the clock ticked into the early hours of the morning, the atmosphere shifted. A faint knocking echoed through the night, a sound so strange it woke the campers from their sleep.
Hear that? Get Trevor. Austin, get the light.
One by one, they woke up, their confusion quickly turning into a deep sense of dread. Each knock seemed deliberate, as if something or someone was signaling their presence just beyond the darkness.
Everybody, get in my truck!
But the night's terror didn't end there. The knocking soon gave way to something far more disturbing. Piercing roars and unearthly howls reverberated through the air, growing louder and more haunting with each passing moment. these sounds defied explanation. They weren't the cries of any animal the campers knew, nor did they bear any resemblance to a human voice. The group sat frozen in their tents, hearts racing, realizing that whatever was outside wasn't normal and wasn't leaving.
Hey!
That was not an elk.
The eerie sounds carried on, blending with the relentless knocking. Every noise seemed to close in on their campsite, making the group feel surrounded.
Everybody, get in my truck!
Overwhelmed by fear, the campers decided they couldn't stay any longer. Grabbing what they could, they rushed to their truck and sped away, leaving the rest of their gear behind. Their video ends with nothing but the pitch black and the terrifying sounds they captured.
Where's that cootie? Where's that cootie? Where's that cootie? Get my keys. Get my keys. Get my keys.
What could have been lurking in the shadows that night? While these campers made it out, others weren't so lucky. Coming up, we'll dive into another terrifying encounter where a mysterious noise led one camper face to face with a stranger in the dark. Don't go anywhere.
On my way out, periodically I'd turn back, check. Nope, didn't see him, he's gone. And that's that. Very, very strange, and I don't know what the plan was for me if I'd stayed there. It just seems kind of silly. I thought I found a good spot, but yeah, this place is kind of riddled with people.
August 12th, 2024, by Jake Travis of the Hoggett Project, tells the story of a camping trip gone horribly wrong. Jake, known for his wild camping adventures in the mountains of Washington state, set out on what seemed like an ordinary trip. As he filmed the stunning scenery, everything felt peaceful, calm even. But by nightfall, things took a disturbing turn.
I was recording earlier, but something made a heavy sound over there. Could have just been some old rotted logs settling. But up that way, a couple miles, there is a camp, but I don't think anybody's hiking this way back down.
Strange sounds began to echo around his campsite. At first, Jake dismissed them as falling debris, convincing himself it was nothing to worry about. But as the darkness closed in, an uneasy feeling began to grow.
Definitely something over there.
Jake documented his experience, describing the unsettling atmosphere of being alone in the dark forest. But then came the moment that truly terrified him. On the side of the road, illuminated by his light, he saw it. A tall figure, standing, perfectly still, in the shadows, as if trying to blend in like a statue.
The high beam, this is when I see it. I see something standing there on the side of the road, pretending to be a statue. Whatever this was decided it was just going to freeze, and then maybe I wouldn't think it was anything. But as I'm looking in that direction, I'm not even kidding, it looks like somebody dressed up in camo. And they've got their back slightly angled away, I'd say like at a 45 degree. They're standing there about 6 feet tall, looking like a human that I just caught that was probably sneaking up.
Jake kept his light on the figure, torn between calling out or staying silent. He feared the worst. What if it wasn't just a person, but someone armed and dangerous, deliberately avoiding being seen? His words captured the fear of the moment.
I mean, we're out in the middle of the woods. They say that people are the ones to fear. It's not the animals. That is what happened.
Terrified, Jake turned his back for a moment, and when he looked again, the figure was gone, hidden by the darkness of the woods. The silence was heavy, pressing down on him like a warning. His instincts telling him to leave, and without hesitation, he quickly packed up his gear, feeling an evil presence around him. Jake would later recount this as the most terrifying experience he'd ever endured while camping, a night that would haunt him long after he'd left the woods behind.
That is what happened, and eventually after the 20 seconds, he didn't move, he just kept standing there. So I just pretended like, oh, maybe I didn't see it then. On my way out, periodically I'd turn back, check. Nope, didn't see him, he's gone. And that's that. Very, very strange, and I don't know what the plan was for me if I'd stayed there. It just seems kind of silly. I thought I found a good spot, but yeah, this place is kind of riddled with people. And I don't know what the future holds now.
Jake's haunting words serve as a stark reminder that sometimes the true danger in the wilderness isn't the wildlife, but the unknown figures lurking in the shadows. What motivates them to stay hidden? What intentions do they bring? The fear of not knowing is what makes their presence so chilling. But what happens when the terror isn't human at all? In our next segment, we delve into a spine-chilling encounter where one camper is confronted by something pacing around his tent in the dead of night. Whatever it was, it didn't want to stay hidden for long. We've seen some terrifying encounters, but this story takes us deep into the backcountry of Canada, where the isolation itself adds to the fear. In 2018, YouTuber Jack, known for his channel Lost Lakes, shared a chilling experience that left him questioning his safety in the wild.
Well, I am living every solo camper's nightmare right now. There appears to be an animal of some kind pacing around my tent. It's the middle of the night. I woke up at 3 a.m. and just couldn't sleep. And then around 3:30, I started to hear this pacing sound. And 45 minutes later, it's still pacing around it.
Jack's encounter happened at 3 a.m. in an area west of Chapleau. This spot was so remote, there was no cell signal, leaving him completely cut off from the outside world. To make matters worse, this region is known as the Black Bear capital of the world, raising the possibility that whatever he heard could have been a bear or something even larger.
Insanity, and maybe the talking will make it go away. I'm just off Highway 101, west of Chapleau. So this is some very remote country, despite being right off the highway. And it's the black bear capital of the world, so I'm thinking that's a possibility.
To keep calm, Jack showed his viewers the tools he brought for protection. His hatchet, bear spray, and air horn felt like small comforts in the face of the unknown.
We got three main tools. If you're a solo camper, I think these are well worth having with you. Even in the backcountry, it's a little extra weight, but a little air horn. That's the first line of defense, along with the headlamp. The bright light can be a good tool in trying to blind an animal that has much better night vision than ours, but would be very sensitive to light. Second line of defense, if the thing starts poking its nose at the tent, then I have got this little hatchet here, which I could whack it with this like sheath on, and worst case, take the sheath off. And then last line of defense, you might think this would be the second one, is the bear spray.
But as the night deepened, the sound of heavy pacing outside his tent grew louder, more deliberate.
And the pacing continues. It's all gravel here. This is a kind of a boat launch for this little lake here. so I can hear everything on the gravel. I can hear all the footsteps, but anyway, the talking isn't making it go away, but it hasn't made a move toward the tent yet, so I don't know. Maybe it's just curious, and maybe it's biding its time for an attack. I don't know. But anyway, if you're a solo camper, these are some good ways to keep your sanity. So if you...
The tension reached its peak when something brushed against his tent. Jack froze, heart pounding, knowing that his car was parked nearby, but the thought of making a run for it felt impossible. His keys were most likely still inside, and with every breath, the distance between him and safety seemed to stretch farther. Was this a bear, a person, or something else entirely, watching, waiting, as the forest stayed silent?
Right outside there, but I can't find my car key for the life of me. I think I may have left it in the car. So while I'm tempted to hop out and get in the car, turn on my headlights, that's not an option right now because I'm an idiot and I can't find my key. And the pacing continues. It's all gravel here. This is a kind of a boat launch for this little lake here. So I can hear everything on the gravel. I can hear all the footsteps, but anyway.
He found himself dozing off, falling in and out of sleep.
Despite the paranoia, I found myself almost falling asleep here again. It's amazing how you can, I don't know, just your brain starts to forget about the threat after it's been over an hour now. Anywho, it's almost daylight, so that'll make everything okay.
He couldn't shake the fear of what could have happened, the heavy uncertainty hanging over him like a dark cloud. This experience lingered in his mind, reminding him and us of the unpredictable dangers that come with solo camping in the wild.
Yo. What the was that? Holy.
In our next encounter, a video uploaded on October 30th, 2024, Dan, the creator of the YouTube channel Cursed Urban, takes his viewers deep into the heart of a dense woodland known as the Forest of Madness.
The Forest of Madness. It has a very, very dark history, and
This forest has a sinister reputation, with tales of ghostly spirits and sightings of the Wendigo, a creature from Algonquin legend described as a tall, bony figure with a deer skull for a head. Despite the chilling stories, Dan's mission to uncover the truth behind these eerie legends led him straight into the unknown.
exactly what I meant. But it does have a very dark history, and it's kind of crazy today for it to be contrasted by, you know, people out here, people having fun, you know, just enjoying a late fall day. But yeah, let's get into it. Why this is called the Forest of Madness is because there's supposedly a Wendigo that roams this area, or multiple, depending on what version of the story you've heard. But one of the things about the Wendigo is if you make eye contact with it, in some stories, in some circles, if you make eye contact with it, it'll make you go crazy. And that's why this is called the Forest of Madness.
As night fell, Dan began his exploration. The forest was unnervingly quiet, but the stillness was soon broken by the faint sound of whistles echoing behind him in the dark.
I don't know if I can find it. Did you guys hear that?
She killed me.
She killed me.
Pushing forward, he stumbled upon a small, murky pond. whispered to be the scene of a tragic murder. The death of a young girl. While standing there, he felt the unmistakable presence of someone, or something, behind him.
Oh, dude. I just heard somebody walking. I just heard somebody walking, and when I shine a light over that way, it stopped.
Footsteps walked softly in the distance, only to stop the moment he turned around. The silence was intense. Uneasy, Dan made his way back to his campsite, hoping to find some sense of safety. Just as he was settling in, the whistling returned.
Guys, that was that exact same whistle that we heard.
Soft and haunting, as if someone was calling out to him from the shadows. Unable to shake the feeling of being watched, Dan retreated to his tent. Hours passed in tense silence, but his restless sleep was interrupted by something crashing onto his tent.
So I woke up. It sounded like something was hitting the top of my tent.
A branch. Startled, he unzipped the tent and scanned the darkness. Faint rustling reached his ears, and for a brief moment, he thought he saw movement in the distance. Was it an animal or something else?
Yo! What the was that? Holy
The night dragged on, but the forest offered no peace. The whispers of the trees and the lingering presence of the unknown left Dan no choice. He packed up in the pitch-black morning and left the forest behind. To this day, Dan has no explanation for what he encountered in the Forest of Madness. The whistling, the footsteps, and the eerie silence remain a mystery. But here's the question. Was Dan truly alone that night? Or was someone watching him from the shadows? Perhaps the Forest of Madness isn't just a name after all. Have you ever had a strange encounter while camping? Share your story in the comments. It might be featured in a future video. If these tales gave you chills, hit like and subscribe for more eerie adventures. Thanks for watching and stay safe out there.